Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, I didn't film much the last few days because basically I've been doing all the blocks for these cannons. Um, I finally finished them yesterday and mounted the first 6 on the ship. I've been along and cleaned um, the cannon hulls from and I've repainted them. And as I walked into there, I realised I missed one up here. That needs to be repainted a touch, just a touch of red. I think now I've cleaned the holes out, they look a lot better. Now I'm going to put the hooks on for these, not the hooks, the little rings on for these 6 cannons on the port side, and then I'll mount the cannons on the starboard side. But I'm going to film putting the rings in and tying them up. I'll tie one at least. So you at least got something to look at this week before I start on the next stage, which is quite tricky as well. Okay, let me set the camera up and I'll come back to you in a second. Now then, I'm going to do these one at a time. Putting the cannons into place on the deck was not the easiest of jobs. The biggest problem I got here is finding the holes that I made earlier. Okay, let me put I always think when you put these little rings in, you don't feel that they've gone in properly. But I suppose if they go in and stay in, then they're in properly. The most annoying thing that can happen is you get it in, you go to tie something to it, and it pops out. That to me is what's annoying, frustrating. I suppose you can pick your own adjective. And I've just bumped the camera with my head. So. Make sure you're still in the line of vision. There we go. If you're wondering what I'm doing outside your frame of vision, here you go. I've got some glue on my ever trusty piece of working wood. Doesn't need to be smothered in glue, it just has to stick and stay stuck. Okay, that's one side in. I won't do the other side yet because I want to put the cannons into place and I want a bit of freedom to move the cannons. I'm just seeing some rubbish on the deck. What that is primer that I've cut out. I realise the magnifier gets in the way. I can't always edit it out. Let me just tip it this way a little bit. And then I have to move you a little bit so you can also see what's going on. I'll put one cannon in while you're here. And then I'll carry on and put the other cannons in. Now, just about broke my back yesterday when I was doing this. This way he goes. Let me reposition everything because I'm going to turn it around so it's on the other side. Because it can work better when it's away from me. Now I'm not using their working stand anymore because of the keel and it's very unstable. I've got this working stand that I use. It is an awful lot more maneuverable. As I said before, I don't have a very big workbench, so let's get this in position where we can all see, oh that's good, it worked out, not too bad. See if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, so I'll start in the middle where it's got the most space. And I don't know if you can see, but in here, I'm going to put my magnifier where I can see. There are two holes that are drilled way back. So now it gets to be fun. Where did I just put my glue? Here it is. Now, you remember when, or you maybe don't remember, when I made these, on the end of these pulley blocks, and where the black string goes in, there's a hook. These hooks go in those holes. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Ah, think again. You know, Murphy says that since I just said, haha, to it being easy, this one will pop in. I don't think so. I need to get down where I can see where the hole is, which isn't exactly. Oh, there it is. That's one of them in. But as usual, there's no glue on it. I'm stuck to it. And the cannons come out the hole. Now, the unfortunate thing with it is you've got to let it stick, because you make these these pulley blocks so tight. You see, when you move it around, then the pulley blocks move around. Oh, and out it comes again. Okay, let me put it in, and I'll come back to you. Right, guys, I got it both sides in. Put a little drop of super glue just under the wheel here, just to hold it in place till it sets. And that means the cannon will never move. But there we go. So when the back hook is put in and that's tied up to it, you can see we'll have a nice little loop of rope. Okay, I'll put the other 5 in. Take the rubbish out that's lying in the well. I'll put these other 5 in and I'll come back to you. Shouldn't be more than about 20 minutes. A few seconds for you. Right, a few hours since I last came on. You can see that I've got all the 6 cannons installed. I can tell you this is highly frustrating. But then there's 5 buckets on each side. So, and I put the hooks in behind each cannon here. All that's required now is to tie up these last pulley blocks. I'm going to let the glue set before I do that. The next little job is to make the stanchions, which will go alongside these formers. The stanchions are what determine where the deck will stay. I think it's not long now till we put this deck on, but I'm not going to cover it up and then cut it off. I'm going to cut the formers later. I'll show you. I'm going to mark them up to give me a guideline where to put the planks. I think they get planked up to about here, so it's from here to there is going to be open, and all that work is going to be hidden until it gets lit up. Okay, I'll have a little pause there, then I'll come back to you when I'm going to tie up these cannons and we can do that together. Hopefully that's not as frustrating as this has been. We'll see. Right, a little break. Let's see if I can get these cannons tied up now. I don't know until later when I look at the video if you can see what I'm doing, but we'll continue regardless. Hopefully you can see what I'm up to, basically. It's not stuck in that, it's moving about. That's not good. Okay. Oh, they're all moving. That one's not. That one's not. That one's not. That one's not. Okay, these two need to be repositioned, re-sticked. Okay, so the first one to be put in then is going to be this one here. So basically we're looking for this tie from the back of the back pulley to go through the eye of the hook. It makes no difference which direction it goes through from. That's the most frustrating bit, is you put it through and when you take the tweezers off it pulls the thread back out the hook. Okay, so just trying to work out to make a knot. Now I found that this hook is loose as well. You know, if somebody wrote this as a musical or a play and put this as a plot, you would never believe it. Look at that. They're all loose. I guess they're going to get a little longer break then. every single one was loose. Maybe I just didn't put enough adhesive on. That one's okay. And that one's okay. Okay. We have two. Now, can you see that one? Let me see. Just about. Let me see if I can reposition you and zoom you in a bit. Right. It looks like I forgot to put a surround onto that one, so that'll have to be done. But this one I should be able to do. Come on, keep your fingers crossed. We should get at least one done. I think I'm going to have to use my needle threader. I think I've seen the problem. The hole's blocked. Okay. The trouble with these little, I keep calling them hooks, the loops, little wire loops, is that they don't really lend themselves to being used by the needle threader because they have a gap. Now, one thing I've seen is that this loop has gone loose in the hole. So it's fallen on from all the others of being loose. Let's just see if I can get this thread through the hole to start. I'm not really having an awful lot of luck today with this. Come on. I don't even know if this is the same. needle threader that I was using the other day, which I got nicely worn in. There we go. Just like that. Set it away. Make a knot. Now, get my glue applicator. This only needs a tiny little bit to just seal the knot. And I'm going to use another little bit to seal the ring. Now, what you get left with is this little loop of rope, which I've already made into little loops. So you want to bring it where it's going to be out the way. Make sure it comes out, the rope comes out the top. It would of course lie down flat. I don't want it to go over into the next one. Like that. So, a drop of cyan on just to secure it in place. And this rope that I just used to tie it off, I need to sharpen my scissors, these are terrible. That's one done. I've got to do that for all the other 11. I'm going to wait for the hooks to, the rings to set in, and then I'll come back and do that. And that'll be the underdeck done. No, not quite. I've got to fill the cannonballs up in here. You can probably see with all the fiddling about I've done why I didn't put the cannonballs in there yet. But it won't be long, they'll be in. And then I'll start preparing these formers. And you'll see what I'm going to do. Okay, see you for you a few seconds. Right guys, 12 cannons tied up, hooked up, all installed, and I was very careful to keep these little stanchions clear, or in line with them clear, I hope, so that I can put the stanchions in, which is the next thing to build. I'm now going to brass black all of the cannonballs and put them in, and I'll see you in a minute. Right guys, I don't know if you can see the cannonballs that are in the slots there. Very difficult to see. They are black against a dark leather background, but they are in there. So that's the mid deck completed. Apart from putting the stanchions on, which I'm going to leave till tomorrow now. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed this very short video. Short because it's much the same thing being done over and over and over again. If you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll see a bell icon will come up beside it. If you click on that, you'll be notified when new videos are released, which in my case are Mondays and Thursday evenings. All going well. Okay, from the mid deck of the SmaTrinidad, see you the next time.